Hi guys, this is Debbie and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, thank you so much for dropping by. Today's project is going to be some Halloween ornaments that I did some altering on from some Dollar Tree wood veneer ornaments. To start off with, I'm using some acrylic paint that I also picked up at the Dollar Tree, and I'm just using a palette knife to spread that over my ornaments. I did do some ghosts and some some witch hats. The witch hats are going to be in purple, and then the ghosts I did in white. One thing I would change is I probably would put some gesso on here before it. I did go through with a kind of a heavy coat, so it took a while for it to dry afterwards. And the acrylic paint that I picked up kind of wound up being a little bit plasticky or rubbery once it got done, but it still looks pretty once everything's finished up. So next what I did is I grabbed one of my stencils. This is one from Hero Arts, and I'm going to stencil some stars over the witch hats. I'm using two different pastes for this. One of them is from Nuvo, and I'll list down below in the description what the different ones were. I love the way that those came out, but the glitter paste from Nuvo that I use does come through thicker and it is a little bit harder to work with. The one from Brea is a lot smoother, but the end result is, in my opinion, just not quite as pretty. I'm going to sit back and let you guys watch as I put on that paste so you can see what I did, and I'll be back in a minute. For the ghosts, I'm adding triple thick all over those, and then I'm going to be sprinkling on some diamond dust. I think what I would do next time when I'm using the triple thick, I haven't used it before, so that I'm kind of experimenting and showing you how it turned out from those experiments. But I think I would have, instead of doing like this and letting it kind of flow down and helping it along, I probably would have just covered the whole thing and let it do its own thing. This is a product that does do some self-leveling, so that's fantastic, but I'm impatient. I wanted to get all of them done and get them done quickly, so I'm basically forcing it to where I want it to go. It does wind up creating a thinner layer, and maybe that's a better way to do it. I haven't decided. I am going to try it again in the future, probably on some Christmas ornaments, and see how it does when I'm not forcing it along. You see here I'm using my palette knife to get it to flow over to the edges. Once the excuse me, once the triple thick is on there, I'm going to just sprinkle some diamond dust on there. You do have to be a little careful when it comes to diamond dust, because when I was reading up on it, I found out that it's actually tiny shards of glass, so you can kind of get a little bit of a splinter, but I would say just be cautious, and I'll let everything dry completely, and it does stay on really well. And these just turned out gorgeous. I don't know how it would look if I did the triple thick over the diamond dust, but that's an idea. I may try that later as well. So for all of the ornaments, in between each step, I am letting everything dry completely. So this did take several days to get all of these done, which may account for part of my impatience. But I love the way that they turned out. So the little ghosts are all glittery and sparkly, and I love the way the diamond dust looks on there, so I am going to be using that more in the future too. So once everything was dry, I cleaned out the holes with a craft knife and added a ribbon to the ghosts. For the witch's hat, I did do a little bit more. I added a thin layer of the triple thick, let that dry, and then also added a ribbon to the top of that. Hope you enjoyed my video, and remember, if I can make it, you can too. Thank you so much for stopping by, and have a wonderful day.